Okay, now let me walk you through here the advertising contract that we will be using for the FHN Media program this year. There's a lot on here, and the first thing that I would recommend is just making sure you read through everything once so that you see everything that's there, and then if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me to ask. But for the most part, I'm going to be hitting the highlights and the big things that you need to be looking at to fill out when you sign a contract with an advertiser. Now, this is going to be one of the last things in the advertising pitch that you're going to be coming to. They're going to already have decided they wanted to purchase an ad, and you're going to work to fill this out with them. And it's very important that you fill this out clearly and properly. Now, for the sake of this video, I went ahead and typed things up. You're probably going to be handwriting things. The one thing I do want to say at the very beginning is please print things as neatly as you possibly can and write them as clearly and legibly as possible. That especially comes into when you're maybe writing down the email address or the contact name or the phone number. The big things that when you hand off this ad contract to the ads team, they're going to need to be looking at to contact the advertiser to get a little bit more information from them. Okay, well, let's take a look here, and we're going to start over on the left-hand side and work our way to the bottom right. But you see at the top left-hand side, if somebody wants my contact information, my school information is there, my email address is there, and they can totally get a hold of me that way. You see the mechanical requirements underneath that. Again, that's something that I just read through once if I were you. If you have some questions, please let me know. But that's really for the advertisers to know a little bit about our ad process and how to contact us if they need to. Now you see probably 2/3 of the way down that mechanical requirements, there's a thing that's called services, and it does say that all typesetting is done by the newspaper and yearbook staffs, and that's free. And so designing the ads is free for them. Also, all advertisers will be getting a free subscription to the North Star as well. So those are all nice little perks that people get by advertising with us. We also see below that in italics that anybody who purchases $200 of ads or more are entitled to a free yearbook. And they also get a free web ad as well. So a free ad on the website, fhntoday.com. Now, when somebody decides they want to buy some newspaper ads, if they want to buy the contract here, the advertiser bought 4 ads. So what would you do? You would do in that bottom left-hand space under the publication dates. Now, those are the dates the newspaper comes out in the 2019-20 school year, but you just go down and you would mark X's in the issues that they want. So you see Thursday, November 7th, Wednesday, January 15th, Wednesday, February 19th, and Wednesday, March 25th. They're all dates that this advertiser has selected that they want their ad to run. So we see the dates that the paper is supposed to drop in the school, and then after that, for the advertisers, there are some things that are happening after those dates that might want to advertise for, such as a flower place might wanting to know when the dances are so they can advertise in those. Or just other things going on like graduation or some of the big breaks that we have there. So if an advertiser chooses to advertise in all the newspaper issues, well, put an X in all those boxes. Otherwise, ask them which ones they would like to advertise in, and then put X's in the appropriate boxes. Once that gets done, you can move up to the upper right-hand side of thing. Now, the name of the firm, that is just the name of the business location that you're selling an ad to. Whether it is Northwestern Mutual and the agent's name, State Farm, whether it is a hairdressing shop, a flower shop, maybe it's even a restaurant. Whatever there, that name goes there. Please print their street address below, as well as the city, state, and their zip code in this area. Some places are St. Peter's, some are St. Charles, and the zip code can be multiple different things. Now, if they have a fax number, you can put that down. This business did not have a fax number, so we put N/A there, meaning not applicable. They just didn't have a fax for us to worry about. They wanted to make sure to deal with everything just via email, and that's probably how we'd prefer it with most people. There was a phone number, the best phone number to contact them. That's what they said there. We have an email here of the contact person's name, who the ad people will be contacting to follow up to make sure that the ad is designed well. And again, the ad team at FHN can design this, or the advertiser can submit their own designed ad if they would like. Please put the person to contact there. That's going to be really, really important. who does the advertising team need to contact? Now, underneath that, it talks about when ads are billed. So if an advertiser is going to pay you on the spot, you don't need to worry about this. If they don't want to pay that day, they just need to read through that, check it, and then sign it. It basically says, hey, you can be billed. You don't have to pay today, but we're going to start billing you in October, and you just need to be aware that if you haven't paid by November, that there could be some additional monies tacked on to what you owe. Usually not a big deal. It's just there for us. But again, if they're paying you that day, don't need to worry about that. Now, underneath that, you'll see the yearbook ad size, yearbook ad price, newspaper ad size, newspaper ad price, web ad size, web ad price. This space is going to be where you put what they purchased. So here, this place purchased a newspaper ad that's 1/3, and their price was $307.80. Okay, they are going to pay today. That's why they got that price on the price sheet. They didn't buy a yearbook ad, and they did not purchase additional web ad space. They're going to get a free web ad anyway because they're over $200. Now, if somebody wanted a yearbook ad and a newspaper ad, you would need to fill out both of those areas with the appropriate sizes. And then you need to add it up below. Are they going to pay you under CUC underneath here, cash or check, or do they want to be billed? So they're paying by a check, so I put the money there, $307.80 right in the check, and then they're going to give me the check to collect that as well. Now, if they want to pay by credit card, that is an option. To get the credit card thing set up, you just need to reach out to me, Mr. Manful. We can get that set up and take care of that. That's in other information in your ads packet. But you just need to text me. I'll work to get that credit card thing set up either there on the spot with you or something that they can do at a later date. If they're going to pay by credit card, you can just make a note of that in that open space on the contract there, going to pay by credit card or paid by credit card. Now, the final spot underneath there, did they spend $200? And if they did, they can either choose to get a free yearbook, right? And they're going to do that there, or they can donate a free yearbook to a needy FHN student. Now, if somebody wants the free yearbook, that's great. They're going to keep it at their business. If they are going to take that free yearbook and maybe give it to someone at the school specifically, we need to write that person's name on the contract. So if we know that a staffer has an uncle that is going to be giving that yearbook to the person on staff, we just need to write down who that's going to go to so we have that verified. Or if they have another child or somebody know at the school that they want it to go to, we write that on the contract as well so we can make that clear. Otherwise, if they check the box, I would like to donate it to a needy FHN student, that would just be given to one of the many students that we help out throughout the school year. And if you check the box, I would like a free yearbook, and you don't write a name, then we'll just make sure to deliver that to the business when the book comes in late July, early August. Then the last thing there, you see, we just need to write the people's names on there. You see the printed name of the advertiser and date it, the printed name of you, the student representative who sold the ad, and at the bottom, me or Ms. Keel will be signing and dating all the contracts as well. So make sure everybody signs the contract so we are all good in there. And then if you see at the very, very bottom there, these are two-part advertising contracts. The top copy goes to the advertiser and the publications gets the bottom copy. So make sure you do press hard when you're writing to get that through there on the copy. And also make sure you don't have two ad contracts on top of one another, or actually it'll write through both copies when you're writing. And that really covers all of it. That takes care of the advertising contract. You take care of all that, get it done, write it out neatly. You'll turn that and the money or whatever else you have. Maybe you collected a business card with the advertiser. Paperclip all that stuff together, turn it into Mr. Manfrell or Miss Keel, and you'll be all done. And that's really all there is to the advertising contract. Thanks.